Almost 20 years after Will Smith walked through the empty streets of New York City as the last man alive, he's going back, and this time, he's bringing Michael B. Jordan with him. I Am Legend 2 is officially happening at Warner Bros., and the way they're making this sequel possible is genuinely brilliant. See, here's the thing everyone remembers about the original 2007 film, Dr. Robert Neville dies at the end, sacrificing himself with a grenade to save Anna and her son while protecting the cure he spent years developing. That ending was definitive, emotional, and seemed to close the door on any possible continuation of Neville's story. But what most casual viewers don't know is that an alternate ending exists, one that was released on the DVD that same year, and it completely changes everything. In that alternate version, Neville realizes that the Darkseekers aren't mindless monsters. They have intelligence, community, and emotional connections. They weren't attacking his lab to kill him. They were trying to rescue the female Darkseeker he had captured for his experiments. When Neville returns her, they spare his life, and he leaves New York with Anna to find a colony of survivors. It's a much more faithful adaptation of Richard Matheson's original 1954 novel, and now, almost 2 decades later, that's the ending Warner Bros. Is treating as canon for the sequel. Will Smith confirmed this approach during an appearance on the Drink Champs podcast, explaining how the sequel came together. The original plan was actually to make a prequel, exploring how the virus spread and how Neville survived those early days. But Oscar-winning screenwriter Akiva Goldsman, who wrote the original film and is returning to pen the sequel, had a different idea. Smith explained that Goldsman said, "But wait, what if we make a new version from the alternate ending, where your character is still alive?" That suggestion changed everything, and suddenly, a sequel that seemed impossible became not just possible but genuinely exciting. Smith also revealed crucial details about Michael B. Jordan's character, shutting down the most popular fan theory before it could take hold. Jordan is not playing Neville's son. Instead, Jordan's character is the leader of a new survivor settlement in Connecticut, a community that has somehow managed to build a functioning society in the decades since the outbreak. This sets up a fascinating dynamic. Neville, who spent years completely alone in Manhattan, encountering a thriving human community that represents everything he thought was lost. The creative team assembling for I Am Legend 2 is absolutely stacked. Akiva Goldsman, who won an Academy Award for A Beautiful Mind and has been instrumental in franchises from A Star is Born to The Dark Tower, has already completed a second draft of the screenplay after extensive meetings with both Smith and Jordan. At San Diego Comic-Con in 2024, Goldsman teased what audiences can expect, saying, "The world returns in a way that is kind of spectacular, an exciting playground for all of us, not your father's I Am Legend." He explained that when you actually research what happens to cities after dark, 30 years of abandonment, the result isn't the bleak wasteland most post-apocalyptic fiction depicts. Instead, nature reclaims everything in ways that are beautiful, strange, and full of storytelling possibilities. Goldsman specifically cited The Last of Us as an inspiration for the sequel's approach to depicting a world where humanity has retreated and nature has taken over. This suggests we'll see an overgrown, transformed New York City that's visually stunning while still being incredibly dangerous. For the director's chair, Warner Bros. Has been eyeing Stephen Caple Jr., the filmmaker behind Creed 2 and Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. The studio met with multiple directors, but Caple Jr. emerged as the frontrunner, largely because of his successful collaboration with Michael B. Jordan on Creed 2. That film proved Caple Jr. can balance spectacular action set pieces with deeply character-driven storytelling, exactly the combination I Am Legend 2 needs. While no deal has been officially signed, the talks that began in July 2024 represent the most concrete directing progress the sequel has seen. If Capel Jr. comes aboard, it would reunite him with Jordan, while giving the project a filmmaker who understands both blockbuster spectacle and intimate human drama. Francis Lawrence, who directed the original film, was initially approached but is reportedly focused on the long-gestating Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves instead. Michael B. Jordan has been enthusiastic about the project since his casting was announced. In an interview with People magazine, Jordan said, "I'm really excited to get in front of the camera with Will Smith, being somebody that I've looked up to for a really long time. I'm really excited." The pairing of Smith and Jordan represents a passing of the torch moment for Hollywood action cinema. Smith, who dominated the blockbuster landscape for decades, working alongside Jordan, who has emerged as one of his generation's biggest stars through the Creed franchise, Black Panther, and most recently, the massively successful Sinners. Both actors are serving as producers on the film, with Smith and John Moan producing through Westbrook Studios, while Jordan and Elizabeth Raposo produce through Outlier Society. This level of creative involvement from both leads suggests they're deeply invested in making the sequel something special rather than a quick cash grab. The original I Am Legend was a massive success that helped cement Will Smith's status as Hollywood's most bankable star. Released in December 2007, the film earned $585 million worldwide against a $150 million budget, proving there was a huge audience for Smith's particular brand of blockbuster filmmaking. The film received generally positive reviews, with particular praise for Smith's performance as a man slowly losing his grip on sanity while desperately searching for a cure. The movie adapted Richard Matheson's groundbreaking 1954 novel, which had previously been filmed as The Last Man on Earth in 1964 with Vincent Price and The Omega Man in 1971 with Charlton Heston. What made Matheson's original story revolutionary was its twist ending the realization that the protagonist, from the perspective of the new vampire society, is the monster who hunts and kills their kind while they sleep. The alternate ending of the 2007 film captured more of this thematic complexity, which is why it's so exciting that the sequel will build from that version. The sequel's timeline places it roughly 20 to 30 years after the events of the original, meaning we'll see an older Neville who has lived decades beyond his apparent death. This raises fascinating questions. Did he find other survivors? Did he ever successfully distribute a cure? How has he changed after years of human contact versus years of isolation? And what has the world become in that time? Goldsman's comments about nature reclaiming cities suggest the Darkseekers may have evolved as well, potentially creating new threats and new possibilities for the characters to navigate. The setting in Connecticut, away from the Manhattan we know, opens up entirely new visual and narrative territory, while still connecting to the original story. Development has been slower than fans hoped, with the project announced in March 2022, but still in pre-production as of early 2026. Michael B. Jordan confirmed in December 2025 that the project was pushed back while he completed work on the Thomas Crown Affair remake. This scheduling complexity, combined with the ongoing script refinements, suggests Warner Bros. Is being careful to get everything right, rather than rushing into production. Realistic expectations point toward a late 2026 or 2027 theatrical release, assuming filming begins soon. There's no trailer yet, production hasn't started, but with Goldsman's script reportedly in strong shape and director talks advancing, the pieces are finally falling into place. After almost 2 decades, the legend continues, and this time, Dr. Robert Neville isn't alone.